It's me, Simply Sheeta, and welcome back to my channel. So, once you get your date, what do you do next? Like, I, of course, have been just in my head ever since I got my date this past Wednesday, which you guys know if you saw my previous video or if you follow me on Instagram, is on July 31st, 2019. And I'm like all over the place. So let's talk about that today. And guess what? Back by popular demand, the very simple game. And I actually have a little twist to it, guys. I'll explain it to you later. But come on. Okay, guys. So I did not check my Berrytastic app before I came on to make this video. But I believe I have either 40 or 39 days left to surgery. I'm actually making this video on Saturday instead of making it on Sunday. Because I'm like in my head with all of these things that I need to do. And I wanted to do this while I had the opportunity. So, yeah, I think I'm about 39 or 40 days, which basically is nothing. I mean, honestly, guys, I did not expect this to happen so soon. I didn't expect to get my call so soon. Not that I'm complaining. I'm surely not complaining. But it's crunch time. And I realized that. So, what's next? Okay, well... I have the blah 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 book where I've taken some notes, so I know what to talk about. What I wanted to make sure I had my shit together when I talk to you guys this week, as well as just give you information that helped me to determine what's next and to let you guys know what's coming up. So my appointments are next scheduled for the bariatric team on July the 11th, and that day I will see another doctor. I'm not quite sure what that appointment is going to... I'm not quite sure what that is about, but, you know, I'll let you guys know when it happens. But that is the very first appointment on the 11th that morning. Then I have to go for my pre-admission testing, and that will be followed by my nutrition class, which pretty much is going to take me to my 2-week period where I need to start my 2-week diet. I don't know if I mentioned it before in previous videos, guys, but for me... Thank God I do not have a 2-week liquid diet. I just have to do 1,000 calorie a day diet. And I'm going to talk more about that in a second. After that, I see my surgeon on the 12th. Why I couldn't see him on the 11th is beyond me. But it's a Friday. I'd never mind taking off work on a Friday. So I will go speak to him on Friday. And I remember the nurse explaining to me on my last appointment when I saw her, he likes to do everything before surgery. He doesn't wait till the day of surgery to discuss the surgery, the pros, the cons, the expectations. You fill out, I'll be filling out consent forms, basically really sitting with him and, you know, crossing all those T's and dotting all those I's. So I will see my surgeon on the 12th, which brings me to basically what I've come to determine will probably be my plan of action for the month of July. Actually, I had already decided that July 1st I was going to start doing the 1,000 calorie a day diet. And that's simply because I wanted to get myself in that mindset, knowing, you know, even then I thought, well, I'll probably have surgery in August, but now that I'm having it in, you know, even though it's the end of July, I'm still having it in July. I want to get my liver, you know, I want to shrink my liver. I want to do everything for that. So, basically, the nurse the office manager who scheduled me my appointment told me she will contact me with my approval letter, even though I am pre-certified through my insurance company. I guess that's just, you know, part of it, she told me. But she scheduled everything, including the post-op appointment, my first post-op appointment, so I'm sure she pretty much feels confident that everything will continue to go as smoothly as it has, and so do I. So, the other thing that I am starting to do, or trying to start to do while I wait through, you know, for these next couple of weeks, I'm beginning to purge of my clothes. Now, please understand that I am not going to go crazy yet and just throw all of my stuff into, you know, Goodwill bags or whatever. I'm not there yet. I don't know how much weight I'm going to lose. And I love my clothes. I do. I truly love my clothes. But I am looking at the idea of some of the things that I have that just, they don't suit me, they don't serve me, or as Marie Kondo says, you know, they don't spark joy anymore. Things that I would have held on to just because it was just part of my larger wardrobe that I needed. So I'm starting to put those things in this big, huge bag. I'll have to show you guys or take a picture of it and insert it so you guys can see. And basically, I'm just going to put stuff in that bag until I begin to come really down. And so basically, a lot of this stuff that I'm putting in the bag now is winter stuff. Winter stuff that does not flatter me at all. I have a bag that I'm bittersweetly going through right now that is basically summer stuff that I had put away because it didn't fit as well as it did before. And I know I won't probably be able to fit it to the next summer. So what I'm hoping is to pull it out and be able to start wearing it, even if I only wear it one more time in July and August. You know, July while I'm on a calorie diet, and in August, or at least until when the weather starts to cool back down and it's time to put summer clothes, you know, away. Maybe then I'll be ready to donate these things, because a lot of my stuff I spent a lot of money on. We all know plus size clothes, if you want to look nice, cost a lot of money, and they're just beautiful clothes. I love my clothes. So that's going to be a whole nother video I have to do one day. I'm going to be just as excited to go shopping and replace clothes, but there is a little bit of sadness with some of these clothes, because you know, you make memories in your clothes. So I will be trying to wear more of my clothes, and while I'm at it, I'm also going to be trying to take more pictures, which is the third thing I wanted to discuss. I don't have a lot of full body shots. Like most of us in this community that have been, you know, big or obese our lives, we always either behind the camera or hiding behind someone in pictures. I have very few full body shots. So I want to start taking more full body shots, especially in clothes that I am wearing and wear often, so I can do side-by-side shots when the time comes. The same way I had began to just suddenly flood like my Instagram and my phone with pictures of myself. I don't have selfies. I was never a selfie person, but I'm beginning to take more because I want to be able to compare. And right now, the only way I can compare is video. So even in video, I do intend to one day stand up and take a full body shot so you guys can kind of see what I look like full body and pre and post-op. Number 4, very, very big thing that I'm doing is I am journaling everything. I have been journaling, guys, since, oh God, since I was in my 20s, my early 20s. I always like to keep journals. Even before that, as a teen, I had a little diary, and I remember my mom found it and read it, and I stopped. And when I became an adult, I began to do it again. I always considered it to be free therapy. I even have a video that I've done on journals and journal prompts, and I suggest you guys, you know, watch it if you're not into journaling. Get into it, because it's really a great way to work through, you know, things that might be going on in your mind. And this is a lot to think about. So I have been making a point to journal, to write in my everyday journal. But my daughter also bought me a journal that is specifically for my VSG journal. She actually bought me 2 of the same one. So I will be have more than enough space to write down things. And it's going to come in contact. It's really going to come in handy. And I'm going to insert a picture so you can guys, I love it. It's really cute. I'll insert a picture so you guys can see what this looks like. And if you journal, I suggest that you continue, maybe even buy a journal just for your journey, because, this is my story, and it's going to be interesting to see maybe a year or 2 years post-op where I was mentally, and to see how I've, advanced my challenges, and just to have a record of this part of my life. Because honestly, guys, I did not do journaling at some of the most important times of my life, and I regret it. I guess I was too busy in the moment to journal, and this is kind of the same, but this is a mental thing. Like when I got married, I didn't even journal about it. I don't remember writing anything about what I was doing or anything. I just remember doing it. This is different. So since I guess my journals are really about me, maybe that's why this is different, but I have been making a point to just stay on top of my journals. And people always buy me journals for gifts. In fact, for my birthday, I got 3 additional journals, so I have more than enough to keep with that promise. And one of the last things I plan to do and really work on is just getting into this mindful eating set. The girl that I told you guys about that I work with that sits next to me that had the surgery, she told me, I asked her one day, I said, what's the one thing you really wish you would have focused on? And she said quite simply, eating slower. She is constantly getting sick. Not sick whereas she's dumping or anything like that, but she has that feeling of, like, she'll tell me, oh, my food is stuck here, and I ate too fast, or I ate too much, and I shouldn't take. So I want to get with the eating part, the actual learning how to chew, eat slower. That Berry-tastic app absolutely has a thing that times your eating. So I want to get into that, eating slower, small amounts of food. I am a nibbler and a grazer, so I don't feel like that's going to be an issue for me. But I got to also be aware of making certain that I don't get hungry. As long as I am not hungry, I can manage small amounts slowly and, just be satisfied, which is my whole point of getting VSG. You know what I mean? Learning to eat small amounts slowly until I'm satisfied. So these are things that I plan on practicing and focusing on over these next 39-40 days. I do have some plans kind of like floating around of things that I will probably be trying to do between now and the 1st, as far as people have asked me out for a happy hour and dinner. And I told you guys before, I'm not going to do a food funeral, but I may partake in a couple of things, and I'll let you guys know when that happens and the experience. But I'm not there right now, I'm really not. Right now, I'm just focused on getting my environment together, getting things done. So when I get this surgery, I can completely focus on me, my healing, the things that I'm going to need to do to learn how to work my sleeve, and just being, a better and healthier me. You know what I mean? Okay. So, guys, it's time for the very simple game. And I actually did something a little differently. I added some questions in here. They're noted with a star. And the questions that I noted with a star are questions that pertain directly with VSG post-op. Little things I thought of, and I added probably maybe 7 or 8 more regular ones. I think you hear is the pen that I use when I write. I counted, and I think I have 29. I don't know, guys. Bottom line, we're going to make this work between now and the next few weeks. As usual, I'm going to take out 5 questions, and look, I got one with a star. That means that is a VSG related. Oh, looks like I got 2. VSG related question. So let's get into this. First question is, and this is good. If you can eat only one food the rest of your life, what would it be? I should have been more specific with this question, because if it was one food that I had to eat, I would say something like today, I would say something like shrimp, because it's easy. I never really get full off of them. I get tired of eating them before I get full. And at the same time, they're full of protein and they're low in calories. And if I'm, stranded like on a desert island, they're probably rampant. But if we talk about favorite foods, cheeseburgers. That's my favorite food. I can eat it every day for the rest of my life, all different kinds of way, with buns, without buns, lettuce, tomatoes, or yeah, I could do, I guess, cheeseburgers. Okay, second question has a star, and so that means this is VSG related. Body part change I would like to see the most. Now, guys, when I wrote these questions, I knew what I wanted to say in my mind, but they might not sound right when I say them. So let me just pretty much tell you my answer, and you'll get what the question's supposed to be. The one thing I would like to see change the most is my ass. And I don't mean like my butt has become fat. It's not like, you know, the fat that women are going to the DR to try to get like a Brazilian butt lift fat. It's fat from my body just being fat. I never really had a big ass, you know what I mean? Because the way that I'm shaped, I've just always had the boobs. My sisters had the butts, I had the boobs. And I don't want to lose all the ass, but I have too much ass. So yeah, I want to lose some of the ass, definitely lose some of the boobs, but definitely lose the stomach. But yeah, the ass. Third question. Name 5 things I love about myself. Okay, quickly. I love my sense of humor. I love my positive outlook on everything. I try to have a positive outlook on everything. I love my take no bullshit attitude. I don't take shit from people. And I am proud to say that because, you know, you got to be willing to protect yourself. I love the fact that I am kind. Probably too kind sometimes, but I am a kind person. And number 5, I love the fact that I have swag. Like, I am a nice dresser. Not to be, like, conceited about it, but yeah, like, I look good. Like, you see me, like, I'm looking kind of fucked up right now, but on the day-to-day, I dress nice and I wear nice stuff. So, I mean, I'm just being honest. I do. Just swagger. It's like, okay, my 4th question is, if I could pick one thing... Oh, that's how to start. I didn't even realize I read a question. If I can pick one thing I shouldn't do post-op that I should be able to do, what would it be? Okay, so you know how we have all the rules, or you can't do this post-op, you can't do that post-op. If I could pick one thing, I hope or would try to drink out of a straw. Now, I know it's not supposed to be good for you. I think it stretches your pouch or something like that. But that's what I would really, really want to do. I would want to learn. I would want to be able to drink out of a straw. Because I hate drinking out of, like, glasses. And especially, like, cans. Like, I could drink a can of soda. You don't know what's been around. I just see mice peeing on them when they're in warehouses and stuff. And, bleh, you know, you rinse them off. It's not enough. So, drinking out of a straw. Because I like drinking out of straws. Okay. And my last final question, number 5, is I want to learn how to swim. That's easy. I really want to learn how to swim, guys. Now, don't know how to swim. Actually went to a swimming class before. And was really doing pretty good. It helped me get over my fear of water at least. So at least I'm not so afraid to get in water anymore like I was. But what freaked me out and why I did not learn how to swim is the girl that was teaching me. I was at the Y, my local Y. She was little, y'all. She was like, I don't know, 5'2", maybe 110 pounds. And we were in the water, and that girl said, okay, like, fall. I want you to fall forward, and just, I'm going to catch you. And I looked at her, and I'm like, bitch, you is not going to catch me. I'm going to fall on you, and we're both going to drown. And I know anybody's watching this going, no, Rashida, that's not how it works. You're weightless in water. But I know this. I'm a very intelligent woman. I know this. But fear tells you other things. So, needless to say, that was my last class. And I never went back. But, you know, like I said, it got me over the fear of water. Because I do, like, after that, I went back and I did water aerobics class. And, you know, I would put the thing on, like almost like a life jacket that you wear when you're in a pool. Yeah, like a 6-year-old, like those things that they have on their arms, but they're for adults. I would put that on and actually go to the deep end. But I would be clinging to the side. And I remember one time, this lifeguard, this kid, and he was so funny. Matter of fact, he was the only person I wanted him to teach me how to swim. I asked him because he was about 6'3", and this kid had to be like 300-400 pounds. And I figured he would be able to hold me or help me. And he said, you know, I explained this. I was like, can you teach me to swim? And he's like, no, you know, I don't do that. There are people for that, blah, blah, blah. But anyway, one day he saw me in the pool, like he would be there a lot. And he said to me, and it's just the fact that I never saw a lifeguard of size. Like, he must have been like a really great swimmer because he was huge. And he said, you know, you can let go. He said, it's not like you're going to float out into the ocean. And I bust out laughing because I'm like, yeah, right. Not to mention he's there. I know he's not going to let anything happen, but again, it's fear, and I'm not ashamed of it, because somewhere there's somebody that don't know how to ride a bike my age, somebody that don't know how to drive my age, and I could look at you and be like, wrong with you, this age don't know how to do that shit. It's like anyway, guys, that's it for me. Don't forget, you got to love yourself more. Make certain that you tell yourself every day that you are proud of yourself and that you love yourself, and keep encouraged no matter what stage of your journey that you are on. Please stay encouraged, and make certain that every time you find that you are facing some kind of challenge or triumph, there is somebody in this community here that can either relate or cheer you on, and I am one of them. At least as far as the cheering on part, because I ain't had surgery yet, so I can't really relate to a lot, but there is help when you need it in this community. So until our next video, you guys have a very great week. Thank you for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, share. I don't ask people to do the notification bell thing. I guess maybe I should, but you guys know I post every Sunday. I'm more active on my Instagram, and you can follow me at simply.sheeta. It is private, but if you request a follow, and you are VSG related, I will surely accept you, because that is simply for VSG related. VSG community is nothing there personal outside of the VSG journey. So you guys have a great week, and I will talk to you next Sunday. Bye.